We want to stand for the rights of women.
Welcome back to Point Blank, and we are still on the EGM that got so many people talking on Saturday.
Yes, Showdown at Suntec on Saturday.
Yep. Okay, during the 8 hours long EGM, the male members of AWARE were asked to sit at the far end of one corner of the hall.
Okay, it wasn't that far lah. It was they split up, then they sit on one side and they sit on the... At first I was wondering what's that for. Is that for the media? Then I was going to go there and they were like, something wrong. But
because the men were allowed to go in, but they were not allowed to vote.
Yeah. And they had different stickers. If you're a woman and you're allowed to vote, you have red orangey sticker, and the men are called associate members, so they have yellow stickers.
And of course, nominated Member of Parliament Siew Kam Hong, he was also among the crowd, and he actually did not sit at the far corner, and he was right in the front because he's serving as the OGAT's legal advisor.
No, but you see, he tried to sit with the AWARE OGATs, and he was told to sit with the rest of the men. So, of course, everyone was angry. Mr. Siew being an MP and a recognizable face, and everyone knows he's a lawyer. So, yeah, he was the legal advisor, so he gets to sit with them, which is fair, I guess.
But let's take a look at what the controversy about the mill in AWARE is about.
I started the male chapter during my presidency. It was started because women have moved on, men have moved on. There are feminist men today, men who believe in gender equality. They are equal partners in the family. To brush up on the feminism because I think it was a bit bizarre, the accusation that just because there is a proposal in the constitutional amendment to allow associate members, which is made up of men and expatriate women to vote, that we are promoting the homosexual agenda. This is a very bizarre conclusion. Secondly, your defense about your objections to the male chapter again shows us that you are ill-equipped to run this feminist organization because you would have known, you would have been in touch with the issues and feminist issues, that it has been a long debated issue whether or not we should recruit men in the fight for equality. And the latest thinking around the world in this is that you cannot win on that issue without having the men on board.
Feminist movement will always be simply seen as women's problem because unless we engage men as part of the dialogue on issues of gender equality and understanding. Looking at the turnout today of the male members, I strongly believe that we have moved in the right direction.
The former chairman of AWARE's male chapter, Mr. Tan Wah Kiat, also went on to say, "The only masks I wear are SK2s, and I share those with my wife."
That was a great moment.
Yeah.
All the women there were like, ah! And I was like, this guy is not bad, quite funny.
Yeah.
Well, obviously why he said that is because, the discussion involving men got lively when their inclusion to the EGM was accused of actually being a mask for male homosexual to forward their cause.
I think it's not just for the EGM itself, but it was also the male chapter of AWARE as a whole is was questioned. They were like, why have this? Because it's a women's association, and then I think they were going along very grey lines of we all know what lah, huh? So it was then that Ms. Josie Lau turned to the legal counsel, and she did that. They did that a lot during the EGM. Everything also, we would like to consult our legal counsel. So it didn't make them look good also, because then people were wondering like, you're the new exco and you don't know anything. Everything has to go to the legal counsel. So what she did was she asked the legal counsel if the AWARE constitution has a provision for a men's chapter, and then the answer was no. So people were like, again. So it was then that one of AWARE's former president, Brema Mati, whom herself was also a former NMP, spoke up, and she said that, you know, she felt that she had to speak up because it was during her presidency that she started the male chapter of AWARE and talk about the different things that the male chapter strives to do. So I guess in the end, I don't know, the old guards win again in this argument.
Okay, when we come back, we will look at the $90,000 expenditure that the new guards spent and see what people are talking about.
We want